what's going on, everybody? Charlie checking in here. Happy Monday to everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed my vlog earlier today. Hopefully you had a great day. It was blessed for you, and it was productive. Got court tomorrow, so I'm prepared for that. You know, whatever happens with that. But I wanted to get with you guys because today I talked with Michael. He reached out to me this morning, and we talked, man. We hashed out a whole bunch of our differences, and we're moving forward with our futures to repair our life and our family dynamic. You know, I've said and done a whole lot of things that I'm not proud of, and you know, one of those things is the fact that apparently in my in my drunken blackout, I hit Bridget. And I'm forever regretful and sorry for that. You know, I don't know how for the rest of my life I'm always going to remember that, and I'll always be known for it. Despite the fact that I was blackout drunk, I mean, it doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is that, you know, I believe Michael. I talked with him, and you know, just like Michael can talk to me, and just like that, he can tell whether I've been drinking or not. I can talk with him, and just by his way he talks and stuff, I can tell whether or not he's telling the truth or not. And you know, there was no hint of lie in his voice whatsoever. So you know, I've got to come clean with it. I've got to be a man and promptly admit my wrongs. And Bridget, I'm so sorry for laying my hands on you. No woman ever deserves that. Blackout drunk or not, it was wrong of me. And I completely apologize for that 100,000%. There's so many of you out there that are going to hate me for this, and I understand. But the fact of the matter is that my family forgives me, and they're willing to put the past behind them so that we can focus on our future. So I'm just so thankful and grateful for that. You know, to have such a wonderful, caring, loving brother like Michael, you know, with such a huge heart. To forgive me for something like that, and yeah, you know, like I said, I'll always be regretful of it, and there's nothing I can do to change the past. I can only, you know, move forward with the future. So yeah, please forgive me, Bridget and Michael, Dad, all my family. So yeah, there's that. Other stuff I really can't admit to because, you know, it didn't happen. As far as my nephew's, no, this dang chair is messing me up. Okay, anyway, so as far as, you know, me giving my nephew drugs and alcohol, I didn't. You know, I don't remember doing that. I passed out drunk one night, and he came into the room, and he got a hold of my stuff. You know, Dad found him acting funny, and he smelled it on him, and unfortunately he did get it out of my room. I will have to say that. I should have had stuff put up, should have had the door locked, and I think perhaps, you know, to cover his own self, he said that I gave it to him. And this is all on his program, man. If I'm coming out clean about things, I'm coming out clean about everything. So you know, but you know, I left it laying around, and that's still neglect right there. So I guess in a way, you know, I'm guilty of that. There's nothing I can do or say to change it. You know, you know, things happen when you drink and get stoned, and I just have to admit that and come clean with it and move forward. So yeah, and also Michael wanted me to apologize for Isaac. You know, I said some bad things about his grandmother. I shouldn't have said. You know, I came back on Twitter. You know, this whole flame up. You know, on Twitter, that I shouldn't have got involved. I should have just let everybody just talk and then just put it behind me. But I didn't. I came back and I talked some crap, and I said some stuff about his grandmother that I shouldn't have said. Now that doesn't, you know, it doesn't make up the fact that for what I did, even though he came out with a diss track saying, you know, insinuating that I molested my daughter, my own daughter, you know, insinuating that, and then his live stream saying that, you know, I fingered my daughter and everything is just completely sick and foul. And Michael knows that. Michael said that, you know, all that stuff just made him look completely ill and wrong. And I did not threaten his wife and family. I talked to Michael about that, and he told me that, you know, that there were fake screens that was sent to Isaac that he acted out on. Now, he did come at me the very next morning. You know, the morning after my drunken episode in the In-Town Suites, where Michael had me staying at that one night. I got drunk the first day. The second day, I got drunk and talked shit to Michael. Didn't say anything to Isaac whatsoever about his family and everything. The next day, I reached out to him. I was like, dude, you know what? You know, I'm sorry. You know, because I knew he'd done hurt and everything. And that's whenever we had the whole exchange right there. And I just said, screw it, and F you, yada yada, and I'm coming up to PA. And that's when he said he's coming down here. But there was no mention whatsoever in any of the text or the messages that I was going to attack his family and everything that he said. As a matter of fact, there were messages that was given to him from somebody else that was screenshotted. That apparently, and this is even coming from Michael, that the messages were fake. So hopefully he can just go ahead and let that go, because that's a horse with no card. Yeah, he has no business being in the race. So, but as far as the whole, you know, grandmother thing, you know, he was talking about me molesting and raping my daughter. So I did come back at his grandmother. Wrong of me, and I'm a big enough man to admit that I was wrong, and let bygones be bygones. So this is my apology to you, Isaac, and you know, I have nothing but respect for your family and your grandmother, and I wish you guys nothing but the best. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I'm wrong, completely 100,000% wrong, and I have no choice but to you know, just accept it and move on with my life. Whatever happens with court tomorrow is going to happen, and I have plans of returning back to Meridian so I can do the outpatient treatment. They're going to let me continue to do my vlogs, and I'm just going to continue to just keep taking the right steps forward to rectify my situation in my life and the status with me and my family. I mean, I've said and done a whole bunch of hurtful, mean things, but at the end of the day, you know, we're all still family, and they're willing to give me another chance and opportunity. And Dad, you know, I apologize to my father too, man. We weren't getting along, and I should have left a lot sooner than I did. The last few weeks that we were there, it weren't kind, and you know, I should have just went ahead and packed up and hauled ass. Rather than just walking around in silence with them. So I apologize, Dad. I love you so much. You know, I know that, you know, your years are numbered here on this earth, man. We hate to think it like that, but it's true. Your years are numbered, and we just, you know, I just want to show you that I can be the best son that I can possibly be for you before you pass. I'd hate to write a living amends making up with you just because I couldn't get my shit together in time while you were still here to see it. So Dad, I love you. I'm so sorry, and I'm going to try to do my best 100,000% to show you that I have changed, you know, step by step. There's 12 of them, and I got to start with number 1. You know, admit that I am powerless over drugs and alcohol. So I didn't think that I'd be waking up doing this, you know, but the fact of the matter is you know, I talked with Michael, and he let me know everything that was going on, and I believe 100,000%. So I apologize to all you guys, and I'll check you later. Peace.